one thing in this room is not like anything else. Hi, guys. So not sure how this is going to land being all male in here, but we're going to find out. So, get comfortable. This is a good story. I have to sit down. All right. So I'm going to start with who's done online dating of any kind.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you might actually get what I'm about to talk about. Cool. Awesome. So, 8 years ago, so 2015. Think of this in your brain, what the world was like in 2015. I had been married for 7 years. So when I got married, to text, you still had to hit the one, like you wanted to do ABC, you had to hit the two button 3 times. Yeah. A lot changed in 7 years, right? So I'd not been out in the wild in 7 years, and my husband texts me to tell me he wants a divorce. Yeah, you heard that right. He texted me. Awesome. Cool. So my first thought was not, most people are like, oh my God, how am I going to live without this man? How am I going to do this? No. I still had single friends out there in the world. So my first thought was, oh shit, I have to date. Crap. So he suggests I get on Tinder. Boy, a lot of things have changed in 10 years. Holy shit. So I get on there, I download the app. And this is like on a first generation iPhone. So I'm still figuring that shit out too. And I'm playing on there and I'm like swiping, and I'm like, for the love of God, these cannot be the women Dolly begged Jolene not to take men. I was like, what is happening? So I spent about 90% of my time, and if you've online dated, you know what I'm talking about. About 90% of my time Googling acronyms. Because I'm looking at this and it's literally a string of acronyms on this profile and I'm like, what the fuck? I thought DDF was Dungeons and Dragons free at first. Because I'm a dork. So I had a rude awakening, right? So I'm sitting at work, because who's not bored at work, and I'm swiping mostly left because these are not good fish in the sea, whatever. And then my ex-husband pops up. We weren't even divorced yet at that point, but he pops up and I was like, what do you do when your ex pops up on Tinder? Do you swipe right or do you swipe left? I figured for shits and giggles I'll swipe right. He had already matched with me. I have questions. Why would you match with someone you just left? But okay, at that point I was like, I'm done with this, I'm off the app, as we've all that have done online dating. Have you not at some point said, fuck it, I'm out. Game's over, screw it, I'll be single forever, whatever. So I saw an ad for a singles group called Events and Adventures. It was an adventure. So you have like these events every day, different activities like kickball, concerts. I'm like, great, I can meet someone the old-fashioned way like us old people do that, got married in the early 2000s. It was not any better. It was Tinder in person. No. So you get a group of desperate single people together. And much like tonight, it's like one woman to 20 men. So you can imagine how that shit went down. But it was an adventure. I will say that, it was an adventure. And from what I've heard, it's only gotten worse out there. Luckily, I met my now husband and I don't have to do it anymore. But I've heard that it's downgraded since 2015. Like, is that possible? I didn't even think that was. It was pretty bad back then. But, moral of the story is, if you see your ex, don't swipe right. Because if they've already swiped right, you got to figure out what to do with that. And then, start your life again. It was the weirdest thing on the planet. But anyway, that's all I got. I'm working on that. Thanks.